Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode for the City of Hope. In this episode, I'm continuing with a brand new neighboring city. And in this city, I'm really trying to focus on realism from inspiration of Google Maps. Just like the last video, I built way too big, but I think you'll enjoy these 3 massive districts I built with surprising detail without mods. I spent a few tedious hours manually building each and every lot through this new city to really focus on meaningful zoning, for which I hope looks just like a real city. The first 9 minutes, you'll get to see a bunch of different cuts sped up showing this huge residential area I built, mixed in with catwalks for easier pedestrian access, parks, schools, and a community center. Enjoy, and I'll catch you in the live play. I'm new to YouTube and 90% of you are not subscribed. Clicking the like or subscribe button would help so much, or dropping a comment as simple as an emote would mean a lot. Thank you so much, and enjoy the video. Okay, I think that is going to be good. That was a very long and tedious zoning process. You may have seen me go through there. I'm not sure how much I'm going to show through cutting and speeding up with all of this because it definitely took me quite a while. But what I did was I manually placed every single lot and I had it on play. And the main reason was I really wanted to make sure my houses were going to be sort of, I guess, realistic throughout here where we're going to have multiple homes. And there was lots of times where I had to come in here and add in a sidewalk so I can force zoning to one side or another and then change the size of the lots because I really wanted to be realistic. I wanted to be very full in here, full of houses all throughout. If we had add-ons, this is some of my favorite stuff is jumping in here and then getting into some detailing, like putting in some neat little tree paths and bushes, but I just don't have the patience to be going through here and putting in some neat paths with both different unique trees as well as different bushes. So I'm just going to go through here with the sort of spray can of trees. I'm probably going to mix in birches, spruces, oaks all through our neighborhood area here. And then I really want to get into detailing our city service area there. I probably want to spend a little bit of time in there. I think the best way to do this is we just kind of make a broad brush, 100% brush strength. I love the oak trees. We're going to fill in a lot of these, and then we'll kind of come back through and see what else we can put in. But for now, I'm just going to just fill in as much as I can until we can get add-ons and make it actually look better. And I just had the time. It just cuts so much time down with detailing when you have tree anarchy and you can actually place some very unique patterns down and stuff like that. It'll really make detailing a lot more fun and enjoyable and definitely expedite the process. But until then, it's just pretty much spray can like this and just hope you're getting in trees. Unfortunately, in winter, it makes it even harder to do this. So I really have no idea how much trees we're putting in, but I am holding the button down. That will kind of do. Yeah, as you can see, there's just not that many trees are being put in through here. Like, in reality, this would just be full and lush with trees, right? And it's just too difficult to get this thing to register and put trees in here for us. It's a little unfortunate. Another joy of having add-ons will definitely be the ease of placing down trees for detailing. But as you can see all throughout here, I tried to do a lot of different unique parks that would come through here for our elementary school. I made a very large sort of sports and community center area for this high school. I threw in some random height throughout here, which I feel like it's pretty standard for a large residential area to randomly have maybe one tall apartment complex or condos with some random row housing throughout. I did that here and there, trying to keep it random. Throw in another sportsplex here with some large sidewalks connecting different roads to make it easier for people if they want to walk from one side to the other rather than taking a car, and adding in a few different row housing neighborhoods here. And I actually really like the one that we put in over here by the highway. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. A very cool row housing and affordable housing area. I'm not sure if we saw this before, but I did eliminate the traffic light here. I added in a turn lane for both sides because I noticed we were getting a lot of traffic there, so I wanted to cut that out. My next thing I wanted to do was jump into detailing right here. So what I was thinking was spending just some more time in this and actually making it look better, having some purpose, because right now it looks really bland. I did kind of just throw them down beforehand. So what I'm going to do is we're going to probably add in some roads, some more parking lots. I think if we go with like a medium parking lot, and I want to put them maybe in the direction of traffic. So I think I'll move this building too, because I just don't like how it's fitting. It's just not looking good to me. So what we'll do is maybe, I think right about here. So if we go with medium parking lots right here, it should fit. I'm going to pull this down so it points that direction. And then the same thing with this side. I'm going to aim it up towards the direction of traffic. So they come in here and they can park this way, or they're driving up this way and they can pull in there. And then this, move this building so it's facing that side road. I think that's cool. We'll put a little sidewalk to connect maybe the hospital and our welfare building. I'm not sure if one in the middle or the sides. There, I think that'll look better. Okay. Maybe I put like some sort of path in the back here. Oh, maybe we could put like some interesting park of some sort. Let's put another back lane. And then I want to make sure we're getting rid of our signals. I definitely don't want any down here at all. We'll cut a lot of those. I don't think we want any crossings either. We're going to eliminate those. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And next I just want to move the hospital over a bit here. So if we delete this road, wonderful tearing again. But I want to move it. There we go. I like that much better. So it's nice and flush against there. And then maybe we can get like a sidewalk or something to kind of fit. Oh, I can. That's cool. Oh, I cannot. Not as cool. Yeah, I'll put a mall. I'll put a mall out here too. Don't want to get ahead of myself here though. So easily distracted when you play this game. It's like, ooh, squirrel. I think we move this building down a little bit as well. A little bit more. Right about there. Let's see if I can get that to actually go back there. Nice. I do like that a lot. Okay. I would again eliminate the sidewalk or the crossing there. Definitely don't want that. And then if we move this, maybe we can squeeze some more parking lots in the back. I don't want to get too crazy with parking lots, but I mean, when you go to a large city hospital, there is quite a lot of parking. So I don't think we're too far out of realism when we get into that. And that makes sense to kind of connect these. If I can maybe bring that back a little bit so we can get that sidewalk through, that might be better. So this is where we were before. Let's bring it back one there. Down the middle, like that. And that'll give us room for trees, paths, etc. And let's make sure we eliminate the traffic lights again. Get rid of those. Let's see if we can fit in some parking down here. We certainly can, and a medium will fit too. I do love the medium parking spaces. I think we can go ahead with snapping for those. Oh, look at that. And it fits absolutely perfect. Love that. Love that. Oh, look at that. It's great. Very, very happy with that. Okay. Let's go ahead with this. And then I think we'll just do a path on the inside here. Sometimes I like to put paths on this, but it doesn't really make sense, right? Because we already have a sidewalk literally right here. They can see this pedestrian stumbling down here, and then it wouldn't make sense to have another sidewalk there. So I think we'll just tree line this with my lazy and quick tree line. Again, I'm gonna say this to death. If we give me that tree anarchy add-on, and I would just be loving moments like this with putting in a tree pattern with a bush pattern. It would look great. See if we can get a park of some sort over here, maybe. Large plaza, way too big. We could fit a small plaza. Let's turn snapping off. All right, a little bit too many crosswalks there. That looks good, makes sense. We got traffic lights there. I guess we can probably get rid of that one there. And otherwise, that looks good. Definitely think that looks better, a little more purposeful, I guess. Next thing is the trees. I want to kind of fit in here. I would love to do oak. Those are great trees. I think we'll just have to stick with the hickory trees. We'll tree line this. We'll get some tree detailing and bushes in, and we'll be right back. I would love to line this sidewalk with more bushes, but again, I just don't have the patience for it, unfortunately. I just can't do it. I'm thinking I wanted to put a mall, a strip mall in here somehow. You know, now I'm looking at this a little bit more. Maybe I want the zoning to be facing the main roads rather than the outside. Might make a little bit more sense. So as you're driving along, you're seeing your sort of box stores. I think we'll make that change. You know, let's take a mulligan. Let's start over. What if we put our road down the middle? Okay. And then we do parking lots here. This might make more sense. And we get rid of this. They get parking spaces in on this side, but we can trim it down, or I guess adjust the road. Okay, well that's perfect. I love that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this road and adjust it according to the space we kind of have here. That looks better. There we go. It's actually snapped on a little bit better. We can call this like the employee parking or something like that, and then the rest is like shopping mall parking. And the rest we just need to force the zoning to switch sides here. So what we're going to do is cut that back and then just put a sidewalk. All right, so we'll try that in there. There's some large zoning in there. Another path in here. Let's, ooh, perfect cross point right there. We'll fix where this is all going afterwards. I don't want the small one. I want it to all be large commercial here. And actually, maybe we just do one thing here too. We'll let that kind of grow in. We'll see how this is going to play out here. We'll see one building there. Kind of back and forth. This might be too tall, but let it grow in. We'll get some more detailing in here. And we'll be right back. Okay, how do we like this? I actually really like this office. This kind of, it's like maybe 1 or 2 floors taller than I'd like it to be, but otherwise I feel like this fits pretty well, you know? Like you could have like maybe a Shoppers Drug Mart on the main floor, and then you have like some dentist offices and some other doctor's offices kind of in the higher floors. I had one random office here again, that maybe that's like the owner or the leaser of this sort of complex. I'm on the fence with how our parking lots are turning out. I don't mind it actually right here. This looks great, but I might delete these 3 and let them regrow. That one is great. So I think we're going to delete these 3, let them grow back in, and we'll come back to those again. Otherwise, I'm going to see if I can get some more trees put in here. Okay, I think we're gonna let that sit then. I do actually really like this a lot. This is a kind of a cool looking mall. I think it looks like a mall. Great access to the main roads on both sides. I'm gonna let it sit like this. Hopefully it'll still grow in a little bit better. I can't wait for summer to see how these trees are gonna look. I'm sorry, this really feels like lazy detailing to me. This is gonna take me so long just to fill up these paths. I'm just gonna have to leave it like this until we get something like tree anarchy, and then we can kind of come in here and actually make this look way better. I would love to have bushes going on both sides, maybe some smaller trees on this side. I feel like it can look a lot cooler with some proper detailing, and then also if we could stretch the concrete around here would also be good, and then get some manicured lawns would be great. Unfortunately, we just can't do that. I'm not willing to risk the save waiting for mods. Is this how it's gonna have to be? That's not what I want. There we go. That's what I want there. That's perfect. I can grow one more time. I might just have to leave the middle one because the middle one's a different size than the rest of these. So we'll just see. I think what I'm going to do now is we're going to jump into filling in some office space in throughout this area here. And then we'll come back to another live play when we fill in some of the oil. I don't know how it's going to work. It's kind of up in the air right now to see how that's going to go, but I definitely want to get that in there. There was an update that came out today, and it looks like I'm making way too much money. Whoa. Look at it. Look at that. We're making $19 million a month. Oh my goodness. Whoa, our office space. Okay, let's reduce taxes, I guess, on that. 0% tax. That seems like there must be something out of balance here. How's our production doing? What? Okay, so this new update must have broke production in some way, because I'm producing 858 tons per month, but I am somehow in a deficit for 41,000 tons. That seems insane. Yeah, they must have done something weird with this patch that just came out today. Unfortunate. Oh well. All right, let's jump back into that time lapse here. I'll fix up some of our office space. Okay, so we just unlocked a new signature building. I'm gonna dare to try and say this Incasarium. I'm probably saying that wrong. In this complex office building, you can often hear people muttering the motto, "Better safe than sorry," and "just in case." So this is gonna offer us a university graduation chance citywide, +5 well-being with 1.5 kilometers, 5% interest in university education citywide, and office efficiency citywide. That's pretty huge. Oh my goodness, and it's quite a large building. This is a beautiful looking asset. I think this would be great for starting kind of where our downtown sprawl, which won't be for a while. and that'll be kind of down here. So I don't think we're going to put that in just yet. I might just plop it down just so I don't forget it. So I might just put it like somewhere like right about here. But just take a look at that building. Wow, that is a really cool looking asset. That is really, really great looking building. I love it. Really, really cool. That also reminds me we unlocked the Painter Mansion, which I would actually like to throw into our residential area here somewhere. I'm looking in here for a spot that we'd have kind of a fancier home, a nicer area. I'm going to say right over here. Got this massive backyard space here. It's definitely a very large house, but I think that's going to be good. It offers us +6 well-being within 1.5 kilometers. So they are neutral right now. I wonder why they're neutral. Maybe because we just put it down. We'll let that sit, I guess. We have been working on that mall here. Let's see what buildings we have now. These buildings look great for the strip mall, but these do not fit. So I think we're just going to be forced with how it's turning out. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that. So we're going to let that sit like that. Okay, I'm going to get back into zoning in here as we go along, adding in some small roads, some back lanes. Let's get back into that time lapse. Okay, so that was a little unfortunate, but I was trying to zone here, and it seems that this hospital is doing something very strange with our terrain. It was giving us some very bizarre clipping. So I was pretty much forced to put in a large parking lot. That was the only thing that I could squeeze in here that wasn't going to give us a very giant mountain of terrain that did not fit. The only way to fix that is by moving the hospital, and we have all that detailing and everything fitting with the parking lot there. I'm just not going to move that. So I think that's just going to have to fit. It's fine. Lots of parking lots here. Might reduce some of our roads here maybe, and switch us to a back lane that kind of comes behind this parking lot. A lot of this is just trial and error, just trying to put buildings in, taking a look, see how it looks, and then kind of readjusting from there. Unfortunately, I think we just had to leave. I think that's a great building there, but unfortunately, just leave it empty, I think, because this is not getting any services. So I think what we'll do is I'll switch this to low rent, and then we cut that, and we'll see if that'll connect. I mean, we should get pretty much the same building. That should fill in here. If I could fit a parking lot here, I think that'd be good, but no, definitely not going to fit. Another thing I'm excited for with add-ons is being able to just customize your parking lots. Will be really cool. I really hope this isn't going to mess up my zoning. Nice. All right, I'm okay with that. We can maybe put in a dog park here. Be kind of cool. No, not going to fit. Maybe a small playground then. I think might be the only option we're going to get in there. I think it's starting to fit a lot like a city that you would see as you kind of drive along. It's a mix of low density and high density, kind of mix and matching. I'm really liking how this is turning out. It's quite cool. We just got to do what I'm going to think is going to be the hardest part is honestly fitting in this oil sort of build. I don't know how I'm going to make this look good. I think it's going to be a mix of industrial buildings as well as putting in our specialized industry here. It's going to... Yeah, this is definitely going to be a challenge. I'm not going to be surprised if I'm going to hate every second of this, but wish me luck, and I hope that it's going to look good. I think we're just going to put a mix and match some roads in here between alleys and 2-lane roads. I really want to keep this separate. Like this is going to be office, right? Then we got housing, and then I really want to make this separate and keep this as industrial. I'm just having a hard time trying to, I guess, plan this out in my mind. Let's try it. We're gonna see how it looks. I put a few of these. Maybe we do one in here. They're not gonna be massive, right? Because this is gonna be like an urban sort of urban drilling, right? I'm really nervous how this is gonna look. And we'll do like one more maybe. I really don't know. All right, and then put like a couple offices there. Put some industrial in here. We have more oil too, right over here. So I think I'll take advantage of that over there as well. I just want to mix and match both our oil and industrial. It's gonna be a really tough build to pull off. Maybe one more. Be good here.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the
With my industrial buildings, I try to keep them a little bit smaller. The main focus is when you do them more narrow, like too wide, it will tend to avoid producing industrial buildings with smokestacks. And I just don't want to have an industrial area completely littered with smokestacks. I know it does happen. I just don't want it to be overdone. It's a little hard sometimes to deal with, but it can definitely be managed a little bit.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
I'm definitely running out of time. This was such a massive build, but I cannot say enough how pleased I am with how it's kind of starting to look. I'm putting more attention into randomly placing our roads, so it's looking a little bit more realistic. As you get closer to our sort of downtown area, I want to keep these buildings a lot more compact with giving less and less space. Winter has finally come to a close, just in time for us to do our recap. I would say this build was a little overzealous. It was quite a massive build. Everything you see here, I tried to fit into one episode. It was clearly way too much. I did a little bit of offline detailing, just throwing in some paths. I deleted and changed a few buildings around, just with that like trial and error I was talking about earlier, where it's like you place a building and then you just kind of come take a look and then you say, does it fit or maybe not? And then just kind of delete and maybe rezone, change the size. But like some of these buildings like this one right here, I love it. It looks really cool. I also added in a bit of a business park in right here, right beside our mall. I absolutely love them all, by the way. Some of these buildings have leveled up and become a lot more fitting to the area, so I think it does definitely look pretty good. Looks like a great little mall. We have our office, business, and sort of like warehouse industry area that kind of merges in with our airport. And have a nice green space in the front here. I'm a little on the fence with some of these higher commercial buildings. I really wish they would be a hotel. We can take a look here. This one is textiles. I do like this building a lot. I don't like this one though. But again, they do change as they level up. This is only building level 3, and these ones are also level 3. So I'm just gonna leave them for now, and we'll see how they might change as things come along. Otherwise, this is our very large residential area that I added in. I think it looks very realistic. I think I have to say, as a whole, probably my most realistic looking city so far. I'm hoping I keep up with this sort of, I would call it monotonous work, especially going through here. I edited most of it out in this episode where I just kind of come through here plotting each zone by themselves, but it really does pay off in the end because you get a lot better fitting homes, I would say. The zones sometimes are a little bit too big. The houses will merge and you just don't get that many homes in a block, but when you zone them manually, you can definitely get something looking a little bit more like this, where it's, I feel, is a lot more realistic. I wish I had some more tree density in here. I have gone through with the tree brush a few times. It's just very finicky trying to get that to work in there. I also did a little bit of beautification with our roads. I added in some grass and some trees, just very sporadically, and not to both sides. I changed it all throughout. I wanted it to be very random, where we have like a grass median all the way through here, but then I put trees in for where our school is. Then we have like a grass median down this side here, trees as you enter into the neighborhood. Same thing with over here. I just did it very random, but I wanted to kind of be not the same all throughout, right? I think when you have too much of the same, it definitely looks weird. And lastly, very cool, as we get our plane coming into land, I did do one change down here with the interchange. We are getting actually an insane amount of traffic. They were just not doing well with this half cloverleaf that we built. So I had to get rid of one of our cloverleafs and then just do like a regular slip road with off and on the highway, because for some reason I just didn't like that before. There was a ridiculous amount of traffic here that was building up. So I fixed the road a little bit. It definitely looks a lot better. I would say it's a lot cleaner looking, maybe more realistic. Before we do close though, I forgot. I want to go over our some of our services and production. Production here is ridiculous. We did get some oil, not very much. We're doing only 65 tons for that very limited amount that we built in the industrial area. We'll go take a look at that again in a second. There has to be a bug going on with our agriculture, with the grain here. It just doesn't make sense. But if we take a look at, like, I haven't taken a look at this at all, our material goods and immaterial goods. We did throw in that unique building for the chemical building, I think it was. And I'm assuming it's because a lot of our industrial area are focusing on petrochemicals. So that's pretty cool to see. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much in a deficit. In the material goods, we have a lot of software, technology, financial, and media, which is pretty cool to see. So that's good. And we have, I guess, some meals that are doing well as well. I do want to take a look at education and a few of our services and roads, but this is kind of how our industrial area turned out. I know I kind of skimmed over it earlier, but I think it did turn out not too bad. I do want to fix up this port eventually, but that's for another day. But for the most part, I'm actually pretty pleased with how we have the train cargo. We have our 2 unique industrial buildings in here, plenty of parking lots, and then these oil patches, which are small, but I feel like they kind of work. I'm on the fence with it, right? Like, I think it does sort of work for the area. It's a little strange, but it's like, I guess, a bit of some urban mining, which I think we can get away with. I feel like it doesn't look too bad. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. We go into traffic here. Traffic isn't fantastic, but we are sitting at still pretty median. Honestly, we've been sitting through here throughout around a 60%, so nothing that's too bad. This was definitely a very bad area here that I did fix up. If we go into education, I added in a few elementary schools back in our main city over there, actually, just because it just seems so imbalanced with demand. We have 14,000, then high school is 900, and then college 16. It's just a little bit out of whack, but I think that's what happens when you do large amounts of a residential build, and you just get a giant influx of elementary school. I threw in some post boxes all throughout our town just to make sure availability in there. We have our jobs. So unemployment, not too bad. We were sitting at about a 4.6, I believe. But once I let the simulation run while I was doing our detailing, of course, trying to get closer to spring and ending the doom of winter, we did increase unemployment by about 0.5%. Overall, though, I would say pretty happy with where that is sitting. We need to work on education, I think, next, and then start building more towards our downtown. That is definitely next on my plan, is getting that university in, as well as some more college. And of course, we can't forget more elementary schools. But next time I'm going to cross my fingers and I won't bite off more than I can chew, because this has been an absolutely massive build. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I feel we've nailed the realism here. I'm very pleased with it. I feel like I'm always kind of getting better the more we play, the more I'm looking at Google Maps and trying to get a little bit of inspiration from there. I try to just make it look realistic and keep it pretty cool. Unfortunately, the game still has a little bit of room for improvement with the simulation side of things. Otherwise, with the looks and the graphics of this game, I am very pleased. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait for mods and add-ons to come in to improve detailing and then improve asset selection, as well as DLCs for just some more variety as well would be great. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.